Hey, how's it going, boys? What is up? Sora here. This is gonna be a little bit of a different video because I'm actually doing this on stream. Because I originally wanted to do this off stream, but why not? We could do it on stream as well. Because it's not really that much different from me doing off stream anyway, right? Okay. So for today's video, right, I kind of want to explain or kind of how do I say, brief you guys on like my choices, the choices that I make on my loadouts and stuff, because a lot of you, I mean, I've been getting a lot of comments like, what grid did you use for this? What grid? What's your loadout and stuff? One thing's for sure, you guys have not been looking at my bloody description, haven't you? Because it's always in there. This grid and loadout is always in my description. You guys don't freaking click on that. God damn it, man. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna briefly just kind of like go through like the stuff that I have right now, and yeah, the page you're gonna see right here, this thing, the link is down there, okay? It's in the description. Look at it. Okay, so number one is that okay, I'm just gonna go through like from the top to bottom, okay? So first, you can see this is like my dark Celeste team, whatever. The reason why I kept this in here all this time is just mainly because I wanted to put in a grid that everyone can actually follow at least a dark grid. So it's not exactly like because my main I tend to be using is my Hades grid right down here. But I left my Dark Celeste in here because I'm pretty sure a lot of you can't exactly do Hades, right? Unless you're a mad lad, decides to go for Gislas and all the blood gangs and Perozoniums, all that good stuff, right? So that's one of the reasons why I kept my Celeste in here. And also another thing is that I remember I also added this in, where I linked a somewhat friendlier grid, because that link actually shows the grid that you can literally just farm everything in the game right now. Like you don't even have to like you don't even need to go like super top tier and shit. Because if I recall correctly, this this grid actually has 2 Baha weapons, 5 claws, 1 katana, and yeah, you don't exactly need Ultima or whatever in there too. There's no Xeno in that link either, so yeah, you can just go check that. Yeah, I've already mentioned it. It is updated, but it's good if you're still relatively starting out and you want to pursue the dark teams or whatever. So yeah, I guess you don't exactly have to follow this. You have to keep in mind, right? A lot of times loadouts is meant to be a reference. You don't exactly have to follow it all the time. There's like those insane whalers sharing their grids and all, but you don't exactly have to follow it. As long you kind of understand how the whole grid system works in this game. I know it's super confusing, but trust me, as long you play the game, get to know the game, you learn slowly, ask here and there, ask around, all that stuff. You can even ask me on stream, whatever. I'm pretty sure people will help you, and you just eventually just get to understand the game a whole lot better, right? So yeah, anyway, that's my Dark Magna grid. The characters, I'm mainly focused on Fizz because I have Zoe and I have Six and all that yada yada yada. Technically you don't exactly need Zoe for this. You can actually reduce the amount of claws for this. Like you can reduce like to 3 claws or 3 claws, I think 3 to 4 claws. You can put in like staffs instead. You can just rely on Ultima to give you multi attacks for your team and all that stuff. Yeah, because technically if you ask me, right, just relying on Ultima as your multi-attack is fine, because there's a lot of insane dark characters that buffs themselves that includes multi-attack too. So you don't exactly have to actually get like this stupid Cortana, because honestly I think Cortana is a piece of shit weapon. It just reduces your HP and just adds multi-attack and large dark attack. That's really about it. Because if you ask me, Dark Magna has very, very low health. And then if you add in like Cortana even, it makes it even lower. So it kind of sucks, right? So there's really no reason for you to do that. So yes, that's my Dark Magna. But honestly, if you really want the super top tier Magna, you can still rely on Fizz. But you need at least like what, two Avatar Staffs, which I kind of mentioned here. So besides that, if you really want to go to the whole Mad Lad route, you can do like what Kel is doing. Go with 5 guns and 1 staff. If you're exactly like a super Mad Lad, which is just go Avatar Dark Grid. Go ahead. See, I just gave you a shout out, Kel. Enjoy. Okay. Alright, so that's for my Dark Magna, okay? So that, because there are times where I still kind of use my Dark Magna from time to time, but I don't exactly use it anymore because I still prefer my Hades. So anyway, moving on to my Hades, the reason why I still prefer to use my Hades is because the amount of multi-attack I get on Hades is a lot more consistent. Right here, it doesn't exactly show Ultima in any way because this is kind of outdated. But honestly, if you want to know which would I switch for Ultima, I would just switch a Celeste Fist for Ultima. That's really about it. Then the other difference is that compared to my Magna, I prefer Hades is also because that my HP is a lot higher than Magna. It's the biggest problem I would say for this specific grid is that it will only do damage when your HP is below 50%. Any higher, the damage sucks balls. But the thing I really like is just having very consistent multi-attack and all that stuff, because this is supposed to be a double Hades grid. Like, you'll be picking at Hades supports, and that's one of the reasons why only 2 guns is more than enough. And if you guys did not know that yet, Cerberus guns are multi-attack and NMT. So that's why it's very, very reliant on NMT for this grid. It sucks because I have not upgraded this for a long time. Yes, I have not upgraded this since 2017. I can't remember when was the last time I bought the Gisla. It was a long time ago. I'm actually thinking of so my future plans for Dark, right? Because I've yet to upgrade my Dark in like so long right now. I've been trying to like I've been trying to think maybe I should upgrade my Dark even more, especially for my Hades. I was thinking about it, but I have to wait until Olivia's sword or at least like Zoe's ribbon or something to get a full limit break, right, before actually progressing into it. I kind of decided to go back into Dark is simply because that Dark is like the only element that I have right now that is very, very close to like a full primal grid. Because I already willed. Yeah, I've already I was trying to not say the word will, but yeah, screw that. I'm going with that. I've already willed 3 Gislas, right? So why not? Plus I have like two Blood Gangs in my crate, 1 Parazonium, and 1 Olivia sword. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I was thinking maybe if Olivia's sword was good, then I could, you know, bump it up a bit. Because yeah, I feel like my Dark needed some sort of what do you call that, upgrade for a while now. Okay, so that's it about my Dark. Let me move on to my Light. My Light sucks so much balls, but anyway, I kind of made a mistake in making Zeus, honestly. I should have just stayed for this one. I should have stayed with Chef, honestly. But technically, what you should be doing is at least go into the whole Metatron mines to get like the Metatron bows, or at least like a little bit of dagger if you really want to go crazy with that. But because I did not do that, I did not exactly bother with the whole Metatron stuff, so I just left it with that. That's why this grid has been around since forever. You know, this 2 grid is just full of swords. This sword grid is so 2016. And I'm not sure why I actually went with 1 Eden, honestly. I full limit break 1 Eden for shit and giggles. I do not know why I did that, but I did it anyway. So I just like, you know what, screw that, let's just go with it, let's just use Zeus, fuck it, you know? But anyway, if you can kind of still use this for Magna. You just need to swap 1 Chef Sword for a Bahamut weapon. That's really about it. Honestly, it's a lot better if you just put in like at least like 2 to 3 Metatron bows, and I think you're already good to go. And if you have Funfu at 5 stars, even better, because you can consistently keep your stamina up and running, all that good stuff. So I don't really want to emphasize too much on my light, because I did not exactly bother upgrading it almost as long as my dark. I don't even plan to upgrade it anytime soon, because I don't know, I have no interest in light at all these days. Yeah, so... But yeah, anyway. Alright, so let's go to my win. Wind is also I would consider wind is my second strongest element right now, in a way, because Grimnir Harps, that saves wind and made wind such a crazy element. Okay, anyway, the reason why I tend to only keep 2 harps in here is usually it's okay. This I know this is not going to happen. I mentioned this here, but it's not going to happen. Okay, so my main reason why I only left 2 harps in there, usually you want to put 3 harps in there, right? My reasoning behind it is very, very simple. The reason why is because I need to put in, I want to put in a Baha weapon and an Ultima weapon in there. And I kind of want to use a Xeno as well, just to increase like my overall damage kind of thing. Because there are times you could probably just get rid of Baha weapon just to put in another harp in there, or you could just get rid of Xeno and just put in a harp in there. But yeah, I am very, very comfortable with this. My win still hits relatively hard anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's all thanks to well, 2 certain characters in the element, because it's so balanced, right? Those 2 characters. I'm sure you know who am I talking about. But yeah, if you actually made Lurf Eternal, I don't think that's a bad idea. It still is a good idea anyway, or even Reunion for that matter, because those weapons are a really, really good main head either way. So I don't think you should really feel bad for it. Thank God Teacup is not here, else he'll be complaining to me again. So yeah, that's really about my win. And I also left my Ultima, oh not Ultima, sorry, my shiny win lineup in here, because I do from time to time use my win for shiny, because there are times where there's no LX or whatever. I'll get into that later. So it's like I don't really want to use W Goo, then I go use win instead, because whenever I don't see any LX in the support, I tend to sometimes see a Grimnir in there. So I decide to use Grimnir instead, and then I go with my win. So this is my win, and the reason why I have this Rose Queen Axe is just really mainly because of, so I can bump up my HP on Neo, because this grid, right? My Neo is sitting at 14,000 something. It's almost 15,000 HP. So she's really lacking of HP. Because if I get rid of that, she's probably at like what, 13,000 or something. So Wind doesn't have really a lot of HP. You have to keep in mind that this grid does not have any plus marks besides, besides the Ultima weapon, right? So yes, that's kind of like the other thing, because you get a lot of your HP increment, all thanks to just your plus marks in your weapons grid, right? But because my weapons grid is super empty, because I left it on my earth, So yeah, my win has no HP at all. So besides that, I also included my win that uses the Xeno Spear as a main hand, or more like just focused on using spear classes, because for shiny you can't exactly use Seraph or Primarch weapons, right? So with this, at least I have Primarchs. I do not need the Rose Queen the Rose Queen axe at all. So I put in the Rise of the Beast Spear instead, with the damage cap and another extra harp, so I can go like double Tiamat and stuff. Because I'm using Xeno as main hand, so it doesn't really matter all that much, right? I do not have 2 Xeno spears. Just want to point that out. Not gotten a single drop either. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's it for my win. I don't think it's really that confusing, right? So as for my future plans on win though, I don't think I'm going to do anything about it anytime soon, because it seems strong enough anyway. Same goes for my light. I'm pretty sure my light needs a lot of help, but I'm just too lazy to do it, so okay, so that's it for my win. Let's go to my earth. Okay, so one thing is about earth, that the reason why I left it in here, because there are still people who actually still somehow wants to go for a free-to-play version of Titan. I'm not sure why you want to do that, but that's why I left it in here. Some people still do. I do not know why you would want it, because it's a big pile of poop. It sucks so much balls. Yeah. But so yeah, I left it in there anyway. If you still really want it anyway, you will still fill it with build axes and just full limit break them. If you have one Stratomizer, you can just full limit break that either. The rest is like, yeah, it's kind of what's that word? It kind of shows already. Besides that, you can also add in like what, Gilgamesh Spear as well. If you want, you can add in a Gilgamesh Spear, or like the Gandalf guy, the Earth Gandalf guy. His sword works as well if you full limit break it. But besides that, I really don't see why you want to go for Titan, a free-to-play Titan at all. Yeah, I remember using this in Shiny before. It sucks really it sucks a lot, man. Holy shit, it hits like a noodle. It hits like a freaking wet noodle. It's so bad. I hate this. But if you guys want, yeah, go ahead, I suppose. So yes, this is because I'm mostly focused on Magna too, because I do not have any AKs. That's one of the reasons why I did not bother with Titan at all. So yeah, definitely if you really want to play Earth and you don't really want to spend too much money, you should stick to Magnas. Magna 2s is definitely a worth of like, what's that? Oh god, I can't even remember that phrase. It's like, it's one ride that you wouldn't want to miss. Because right now I can tell you for sure that my Earth is definitely my strongest right now among like all 6 elements. So I know it's a big huge pain in the butt to actually farm Alex, but I would assure you that it's definitely worth it. Because if you actually just like farm Grimnir first and just get like your harps, because technically Grimnir only requires like 2 at most. You can, I mean, the ideal is actually 3, but if you manage to get 2 to full limit break, you can still make use of that. You don't exactly have to, you know, go all the way. So you can actually use the farm that you did on Grimnir, because it doesn't really require much of a farm to get there. I mean, it still kind of is, but you know, in comparison to Alex, because Alex is like almost an entire grid, right, that you need to farm with. So it's gonna be it's gonna be really annoying to deal with. So if you have like a decent win and stuff, farming Alex isn't really gonna be a problem for you. So okay, anyway, this is my standard. I think, is it my standard? Oh, this is my shiny grid. Yeah, this is my shiny grid. And a lot of people are asking why am I not running 3 katanas. It's honestly because I rather use Alex as my support. because I would like to have LX as a knight. I mean, I want to use it because of the call as well, because the call is really, really nice, because it's 100% damage card, right? So it's really, really nice. That's one of the reasons why I want to stick with that, because it's like my emergency damage card button if nobody else can go through, kind of thing. So it's just like my extra go-to sustain summon. Yes. So if I want to bump that up a little bit higher, I will need more earth elemental damage, right? Shush, Cal, goddammit. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to make a 5-star Yugu Sword instead of just running with 3 katanas. Also, another reason is that because I decided to meme and craft a tower instead. Alright, you cannot exactly see the screen because the chat is covering, right? But yeah, I made a tower, okay? That was merely out of memes. I did not really intentionally did that because it was a good decision. It wasn't exactly a good decision. You're better off making Hangman first, because Hangman has a lot better call and it provides you damage cap, all that stuff. So, and also because I made Tower, right? Tower provides me 30% extra HP if you get it to full limit break. It's 30%, right? Yeah, it should be 30%. So I don't exactly need that much HP on my on my weapon grid, because if you add another katana, your HP will just skyrocket like crazy, and then you'll be using double Yugu, right? Because another thing is that I did not want to use double Yugu is simply because the fact that you're so heavily reliant on stamina and crit, right, to give you damage. So in the likes of, say, Shiny, you'll be eating a lot of damage, right? I remember trying this out before. I tried double Yugu so many times, especially the ones when there's no Alex or whatever. I can assure you that a lot of times that my damage just falls down so much, especially when I just take too much damage. It's like, yeah, you can crit and all, but you lose so much damage because you don't have stamina and all. I know people will say that you should put in like a Yugu bow in there. I tried that. It doesn't seem to work out for me. It's like I'm not exactly comfortable with that kind of play in a way. So I decided to just make like what do you call that? One sword to 5 stars, run with 3 axes is still relatively okay, and go with Alex support. Technically, you can kind of make do with 2 axes in a way, and you can put like two Yugu swords to like 5 stars, and then you can run with 2 katanas, and then if you have tower, then yeah, great. You could do that, but because I do not have another sword to 5 stars yet, so I did not do it. But yeah, honestly, I've been running this grid for like a long time now. It's fine. I also originally wanted to make Titan with AKs, but because I can't roll AKs for shit, so I just stuck with that. So I just kind of want to make use of my AK, so I just put it in there. So it also helps by having Alex as my support, because I have AK in here as well. If I don't, probably not. So it really depends, honestly. And yeah, besides that, AK is a really, really good main hand if you're using mechanic and all that stuff, because you can just get 30% meter steal with Octo, and then you can still do full Ogre, because AK provides extra meter. It's really good. So yeah. But besides that, that's really nothing much about it. It's like I just swap out a Baha weapon with a Seraph weapon instead, in like normal, normal on-element stuff. You have to keep in mind that Shiny does not benefit you from having Seraph, because Seraph is, you need that target to be in that specific element. Shiny is not in any of the elements, so that doesn't work. The only thing you'll be getting out of the Seraph weapon is the extra HP, so there's no point for you to have that in there, unless you really want that HP, but I don't see why you need it anyway. because you have like freaking katanas and stuff, right? Okay. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have really much else to explain about my Earth. So yeah, that's really about my Earth. I left a Bahamut sword in there is because I wanted extra HP because for safety precautions. On like normal stuff, I got rid of it because I don't need it at all. With 2 katanas and tower is definitely more than enough HP for me. So yeah. Anyway, my future plans on Earth, probably nothing. I'm still trying to get Hangman up and running. Yeah, that's really like my plans right now for Akaram. Trying to get my Hangman to full limit break. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's really about it for my Earth. I mean, if you really want to ask me anything, you can always come to my stream and ask, right? So, okay, moving on. So this is my fire. I recently upgraded because I'm sure you saw that video. You know, that certain video, I got it in 2 hours kind of thing. Yeah. See? Exactly. So, because I do not have a lot of Ixaba, so I can't exactly run Agni. I could if I wanted to, because I can just use like Shiva as my main summon, and then I just find Agni supports kind of thing. But I don't really want to do that because I do not have any Ixabas in my grid. I do not have Crimson Fingers, all that stuff. So I stuck with AES, right? Because AES is still relatively strong in Magna Colossus. So I don't think there's really much for me to explain for this, because I just focused on using Ultima Sword, just put in the characters, and you still do damage with just those characters alone. It takes a little bit to get it up and running. Simply because the fact that it's enmity based, you need to take a little bit of damage and stuff, and not to mention the crit is definitely going to help you. I used to run for AES before with 1 full limit break cane because I was just too lazy to farm another one. So I used that full limit break, the 1 full limit break cane, to be like a stand-in item for like a really long time until I decided to finish it. Like that video you guys saw a while ago, which got you really freaking salty. So yeah, I don't think there's really much for me to explain for my fire, but if given the chance, I wouldn't mind going Agni if I could, but I need more Ixabas first. I only have 1 right now, so that I don't think there's a reason for me to go with Agni just yet. Because if I really want to go for Agni, I should at least get like what, 2 to 3 Ixabas before I consider Agni. So it's like, might as well just stick with Magna first, right? So yeah, I'll be using this for a really long time. Yeah, I know you could probably run with 2 Ixabas, right? But yeah, that's not gonna happen anytime soon because I'm not gonna roll for a while. I'm saving for my spark. Okay. So yeah, that's it for my fire. Just a Colossus pleb, and I managed to full limit break a prom, because why not? So below 2 Agni is not worth. Crimson Fingers is only good if you have multiple. No, sorry, if the run or the raid lasts quite a bit, because you can actually get damaged and stuff. So your Crimson Fingers will be able to rev up and stuff. But if you really want to do that, you should have at least 3 Crimson Fingers to make it work. I don't think 2 will be beneficial at all. I don't see like 2 having like a lot of bump. But if you ask me, right, it's a lot better for you if you actually have Ixabas and you want to go for Agni. That's great. You should go for that first, because I think Ixabas bumps up the Agni power level way more in comparison to Crimson Fingers. It's more like if you really want to like go all in, like Mr. T here. Like, sadly he's not in stream to flex, but the reason you could actually do what Magna 2 Win is doing with Agni Fire, because you can get Ixabas and Crimson Fingers in the grid, so you have that whole stamina MET thing going along, and that's gonna be like freaking crazy, because you'll be doing like max damage at full HP, you lose HP a little bit, you still do max damage. It doesn't matter because you have Crimson Fingers and Ixabas in there. It's a really crazy grid, man. So if you want to do that, by all means, go ahead. But really, if you really want to go for Agni, you should just focus on having more Ixabas instead of Crimson Fingers, because I would say like Ixabas would be like something like this. Crimson Fingers is something like this, like the whole power level, like when you go from 0, you go like 1 or 2, it's like it just goes up. Ixaba scales a lot better, and not to mention you lose a lot of damage if it drags way too long. But I honestly think sustain is honestly not a problem for fire at all, if you think about it. Because you have like Anira and all that stuff, you have all those summons, yeah, you know. So yeah, that's it for fire. So let's go into my worst, one of my crappy grids. I have not updated this. I have not updated my water yet, unfortunately. Excuse me. So what happened here is that my water, because I'm not planning to make a Varuna. I do have a Varuna. A lot of people seem to ask me, do I have Varuna? I do have Varuna. I don't plan to upgrade that, so screw that. I'm just gonna stick with Leviathan. And yeah, I have 2 harps already. I have 2 harps to follow my break. I only swap one dagger, one of my daggers with it. So I just run with like 4 daggers and 2 harps. It works relatively well. I can do like what, 3 million Ogi. Yeah, my MC does 3 million Ogi. Uno and Quatre does like 3.2 or something. Then my Altair does like what, 2.5 or 2.6 or something. Yeah, it's okay. Because harps is really strong for Leviathan. You have to keep that in mind. It hits so freaking hard. Your Ogi hits so hard, and then you have the whole Kango thing going on with Bonito, Water Bombers. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. So I honestly think that Water Magna is also in a very good spot, all thanks to the harps. I remember I used to laugh at it in the beginning. I think if you guys actually watched that impressions I did for the first 4, I remember laughing a lot on that. How wrong I was. But yeah. Besides that, another reason why water is like really strong with like the whole Bonito thing is because of the Drang Balls became a thing, and then Summer Grail was released, and then Water Doggo combo. Like the combo is just crazy for water right now with the whole Bonito thing, especially when you use it with Kango. Holy crap, man! The whole combinations between those characters is really freaking crazy, man. Like Jesus. So besides that, I don't think I really have much to say about my water. I managed to get to like my Jutens on for my water, so that bumped up my power level for water quite a bit, all thanks to those 2. I do not have Summer Grea, I do not have Water Doggo, so that sucks. So I have to make do with like the whole 2017 lineup for water. It works. And then I have also gotten an Ultima Spear, because I've been meaning to bump up my water quite a bit, because previously without Ultima Spear or the likes of without the likes of Uno and Quatre, my water was pure trash, even worse than my light. Because I think right now my light is the weakest. Yeah, definitely my light is the weakest right now. Oh boy. But yeah, right now it's okay. It's not too bad. My water is relatively fine. It's not super crazy, but it's okay. It can hold its ground at the very least, you know? So my future plans for water, I don't think I have really any future plans for the water though. Yeah, I don't. I really don't. I don't think I have any plans for water at all. I mean, I could go for the crazy Mad Lad grid, which is just fill it with harps and then get Cosmos harps and all that shit. Yeah, you could do that, but I don't really want to bother. So yeah, my water is relatively okay and stuff. That's really about it, huh? Yeah, so that's it for my water, and that's it for all 6 of my elements, like my in-depth explanation on my choices, the choices I made for each element and stuff. And maybe in future I do want to get, I mean, besides that, right, like for all my elements that I do not have what you call that, like SSR bunkles yet, because SSR bunkles I have right now is for Dark, I have Anubis, I have Morigna, I have Prom as well. So those 3 are the only ones that I have. Yeah, those 3 are the only ones I have so far at full limit break. I do have Hector, but it's not at full limit break just yet. So yeah, if you can actually get an SSR Bronco, that would be great, because SSR Broncos is like crazy crazy QOL for like all kinds of lineups, because it adds so much to your buff, right? This is like 70, 60. Oh boy. And if you have multiple of it, woo! You can constantly, because I remember seeing like someone who actually ran Win. That dude has like 3 Morignas. So what happens is that he has he will have consistently 70, 60 or 70% win attack up all the time. It's insane. But that just doesn't apply to Win. You can apply it to every other element. You have multiple versions of it. Holy shit, man. You can just have crazy sustain on element and you have massive damage like almost all the time. It's crazy, man. Yeah. So besides that, okay, so that's it for 6 of my elements. Character wise, I do want to spark again, but I'm not sure when am I going to spark though. Yeah, because I have not exactly figured out who should I spark next, because I don't really have anyone in mind right now. Yeah, so I'm just gonna save up. Maybe when next Zodiac comes out, if the character is good and I have enough to spark, why not? If not, I'm just gonna continue saving for like next summer or something. So yeah, and besides that, I already have access to full limit break. I have not updated this picture just yet, but yes, I do have access to full limit break. And the only one that is left from my Guild War collection is only Funfu. I have not gotten Funfu yet. I have yet to get it full limit break, but I have basically like 90% of the materials for Funfu. It's just that I need the gold bars. It's just gold bars really, and some light trials farming the relic stuff. It's not really that big of a deal. So yeah, I'm quite close to that. I honestly not sure what I'm going to do after I'm done with all 10 Guild War characters, because Arcarum is so time gated. I'm honestly not sure about that. So yeah. So anyway, that's it for my brief explanation of my loadouts. Maybe I will do another huge upgrade to actually fit into a video like this, because I think I've been running for way too long for this video. So in the future, when I have like major changes for like all 6 elements, maybe I'll do this again, I guess. If you actually like this kind of video, if you actually find this helpful, great, leave a like, hit subscribe and all, and ring that bell, all that good stuff, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. So that's it. As usual, anything you really want to ask me, the best way to ask me, or for me to answer your question, just head over to my stream and I'll give you all the answers I can, okay? Because we are all good guys here. See, like these guys here, see this guy here? Yeah. So anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. So till then, I'll see you guys on the next video on stream. Bye.